Welcome to my proposition of a social enterprise company called Home for All. This is to be a community-owned company aimed to increase access of home hemodialysis to patients with kidney complications. Currently, for the majority of those needing dialysis, they must travel to in-hospital clinics. This removes precious time and increases costs for both patients and the NHS. However, there is an alternative option to solve these issues. This presentation will overlook the problems with in-clinic dialysis sessions and how increasing the number of patients having the treatment at home will be a huge improvement both in terms of cost saving and improved patient well-being. So what's the problem? Patients need treatment every 1 to 3 days, which can last hours at a time. Being a dialysis patient reduces personal mobility, meaning some everyday tasks can be demanding. As stated, most patients need to travel to hospital for treatment. This leads to reduced freedom for both patients and family members. When in clinic, patients are usually together, resulting in no privacy. Needing treatment so often means patients are time constrained, and a good portion of their day travelling to clinic, as well as needing to be within time and range to carry out treatment, especially if complications occur. Due to limited availability of machines, hospitals may pick and choose patients who could have home treatment. Therefore, patients may not be aware of the option. This creates waiting lists, and if patients have home hemodialysis, they need to be trained, which can take 4 to 6 weeks. The equipment for home hemodialysis itself can cause issues. When faults occur, there can be lengthy wait times for help, especially when the only help available is through landline or mobile calls. And when faults do occur, there is only a warning alarm, resulting in operators, mostly family members, needing to be in close proximity at all times, resulting in reduced day-to-day tasks. Transport to clinic itself is a huge issue. This creates high travel costs for both patients and the NHS. For the NHS, 50% of renal unit transport costs are due to transporting patients with no means to in-centre clinics for treatment. And patients themselves lose on average £511 per year on parking costs alone. This is unacceptable even when most patients may not work or have decent incomes due to their condition. How does Home for All work? The most important aspect of a company is to generate income. This will be done in a range of ways. Most income will come from investors. This will be the local communities and the council. Initial startup capital will come from loans from banks. The rest of the income will come from leases and grants from the NHS, and finally the selling off of old or unused machines. For this to work, a partnership with Next Stage is required. They will supply the machines and logistical needs of the equipment, such as sterile water and filters. Next Stage is UK and NHS's main partner for dialysis machines. Once patients have the equipment, treatment will begin within the comfort of their own home, resulting in increased freedom and privacy, removal of travel expenses, and overall a better quality of life, further reducing wait times and relieving pressure on the NHS. To improve the machines, they'll have access to AI for quick fault-finding diagnosis, helping to reduce lengthy wait times. The machines will also send out notifications to the operator. This will reduce the need for immediate proximity and allow them to carry out day-to-day tasks instead of waiting for hours, especially if the operators are family members. Any profit which is generated from renting to the NHS for community usage or selling off the machines will be redistributed to investors and used to pay any outstanding payments. Finally, the machines will stay within the community, and Home for All's business structure can be adapted for other communities to follow. Challenges for Home for All will be logistics and costs, making sure we gain enough startup capital to buy the machines, and the creation of contracts between Home for All, Next Stage and the NHS for a robust logistical structure per patient to ensure treatment is possible. Next is educating patients and family members. This will be a vital role, making sure patients' family members are aware of the possibility of home hemodialysis. Therefore, workshops within hospital clinics may be needed to spread awareness, overcoming the need for NHS to do a lottery picking and choosing of who can have access to treatment. Finally, training. This is due to training taking weeks to complete. Once complete, patients and operators may find it daunting to carry out treatments at home without hospital supervision. Therefore, after training care is important. The main benefactor is a patients. This is because at-home hemodialysis will improve their quality of life through quicker access to treatment, allowing them more free time, saves them money, and increases their privacy. Next stage benefits through a partnership. This increases their sales, resulting in more revenue and increased market share in this medical market. The community benefits from increased access to specialised healthcare, a return on investment, and a sense of improving the local area. Finally, the NHS can reduce hospital demand, saves transport, water and energy costs, as well as expensive other costs for newer machines. Overall, this community-owned social enterprise looks to improve healthcare for those needing dialysis, whilst improving quality of life for patients and their family, as well as increasing jobs for nurses and industry for the increased in services. Here is a list of references I have used for this presentation.